Hello, my name is Glenn Dyer, and you were watching a Dyer-Situation. Today I'm seeing The Secret Life of Pets, the most highly anticipated animated film since Over the Hedge. Which is a joke, because this is not an incredibly highly anticipated film. In fact, this looks probably one of the most generic and boring premises ever. It's just... I mean, Jesus. I mean, the idea of just, like, that animals have their own society and culture has been an animated trope for, like, 100 years now. Yet, somehow, this movie is going by on just that merit. Just, the pets do stuff when we aren't here. Yeah. They, like, talk to each other and... I don't know. Of course, more than likely, the story's going to involve something else, because despite the fact that that's the main thing it's being advertised on, you can't tell a story with just that premise, because it's so freaking generic. So I'm guessing this one, I'm gonna draw from the wheel of plots, and I'm gonna say... A group of robbers are planning to steal stuff from them, so the animals must coordinate to stop them. Alright, that's what I'm guessing. And the backup one, just give that another spin there. So this is the backup one in case that one doesn't happen, is the apartment buildings they're in are about to be demolished by an evil company, and the animals have to band together to stop them. There. Those are the two plot lines I'm thinking might happen. Jesus. My expectations are incredibly low. Yeah. Let's see it. Oh boy. So, I think I gave this film a little too much credit when I thought that the plot would be something about burglars or robbers, or people demolishing the building or something. Yeah, that's too creative for them. Much easier to just honestly rip off Toy Story. That's it. The movie's complete rip off of Toy Story. The whole plot, beat for beat, pretty much is Toy Story. Although Toy Story is far more competent and made for all ages, and this movie is slightly less competent and made for little babies. So there you go. Pretty much there's this guy who leads a great life as you know, Woody. He's living this great life as a dog, right? He has all his little animal friends, including the Slinky Wiener dog, and all these other, like, deformed, wacky characters. And then suddenly Buzz Lightyear comes in and steals his bed. It comes from the pound. They got a new Buzz Lightyear from the pound, and it messes up his life. Sort of. Not really. He just kind of sleeps in his bed. I don't know. Takes way less effort in order to get him to the point of wanting to get rid of the guy. Or just torturing him. Yeah, you know. And the moment in Toy Story where shit hits the fan is when Buzz gets shoved off the thing. And this one, Buzz Lightyear actually shoves Woody through a fence in the dog park. And then they lose their collars to cats. And then they have to run around New York and find their way home. They meet wacky characters and God. Okay, let me tell you this straight. Enough about the freaking plot. This movie, forgettable. That's the one word. It's forgettable. You've seen this all before. You've seen the premise before. You've seen the story before. You've seen the characters before. You've seen the freaking animation style before, because they haven't altered their style even a tiny bit from the Despicable Me thing, where everyone has really rounded plump bodies and super long skinny legs. Like, and their faces are all waxy and weird. Like, no different. Everything has been done before. I don't think there is a single tiny aspect in this movie that isn't recycled. Even the most memorable point in the movie was a big-lipped alligator moment involving sausages or something. And let me tell you, when that moment came up, like, they just go to this sausage factory for no particular reason. It doesn't advance anything. I guess afterwards there's a bit of character development, but it's cut short because they don't have very interesting characters, and the movie kind of seems to know that. But, like, during that moment, there's just this weird scene where they're in a dreamland with sausages singing Grease songs to them. I can't make this up if I tried, and when I'm sitting there, I was honestly thinking, you know, if I walked out right now, I would not miss a single thing. I have seen the whole movie now. There is nothing left. Now, I was right. The rest that happened, completely predictable. Nothing to offer. Not a single thing. Every goddamn thing in this is just done all over again. God. Even his love interest sounds very, very similar to Bo Peep from frickin' Toy Story. So yeah, that's the review. That's the review of this movie. Is that there is nothing new in it. But you know what? Just as a movie for kids, whatever. Alright? It's harmless. There's nothing scary in it. There's nothing challenging in it. There's nothing that will get their little brains working, because you don't want that, do you? No. Whatever. There's bright colors and people scream a lot and there's poop jokes. Whatever. They'll love it. Take them to another Alvin and the Chipmunks movie. Why not? There's nothing else. Nothing else in the movie. So why the hell not? Huh? So that's the whole thing. Go see it if you want to see that. Alright? Or, here's an idea. You could go to one of the other 5 or 6 kids movies that are in theaters right now, each one of which far superior to this one. I mean, even The Jungle Book, which I still despise, and maybe overall I dislike that more than Secret Life of Pets, at least there, it's a tiny bit different. At least the environment looks nice. At least, like, some of the character designs are kinda neat, and isn't just recycled garbage like this film. Alright? Or, why not go see the BF-freaking-G, which is currently losing out to freaking Finding Dory, which came out 3 weeks ago, and is a recycled plot in and of itself. Why not see the freaking BFG if you want to take your kids out to see a movie? That also has bright colors, that also has a couple loud noises, but you know what? It's actually smart, and it's actually fun, and it's so unfair that it's losing right now. This makes me so mad. But I'm not mad at Illumination Entertainment that put this movie out. They also put out Minions. Honestly, I think they just feel trapped. Like, they came up with Despicable Me, and some producer somewhere, he noticed that people really like the Minions in there. Like, really like them. He's like, wow, people really like these little yellow suppositories wearing denim and goggles. Like, they love them so freaking much. Let's make nothing but that. Like, oh my god, those poor guys. They're stuck making endless Despicable Me sequels, and even a freaking Minion movie, which honestly is about the same quality as this film. The only reason that people remember the Minions movie is because, like, they literally took background ensemble characters and made them their own movie, which is a terrible thing. But movie overall, harmless, and not memorable, and your kid will be distracted for an hour and a half and then leave and not really retain anything, because why the fuck would you want them to do that? But God, even the beginning of this movie, they could not escape the minions. I was almost worried, like, that during the movie itself there'll be references to minions, like we'd see them in the background, or Gru would come through, or something like that. Because at the beginning, they had to open with a Minions short, which, this particular short is the epitome of where this company has gone. Like, I liked the first Despicable Me movie. I actually enjoyed it. I highly recommend it. It had good pacing, it had good characters. It had a nice little premise that hasn't been done to death. Of just like this guy who's a supervillain and meets 3 little girls and through the whole movie learns to care and stuff. Okay, that makes it sound a little generic, but hey, they handled it in a different way, and that made it memorable and unique. But the little Minions short before this, everything has to go 50 miles an hour. Joke after joke after joke after joke after joke. You can't stop dangling your keys in front of the camera, because then the kids would fall asleep, because kids are friggin' morons. That's what that thing was saying. They have to keep going on and going on and going on. Who cares about context? Who cares about development? Why not just have a 1,000 of these little monster things that share the same hive personality that's so basic and so bland that you could apply almost anything to it? Why the hell not? Why even try? And hell, I almost facepalmed when the actual Illumination title came up, and they actually minimized some of the letters so it actually made Minion, and a little Minion guy came out and said, "Illumination!" It's like, these poor guys, they can't escape the minions, can they? They've dug themselves into a hole. They sell so much merchandise of those things. They're at every freaking carnival in the whole world now. And oh my god. And I think they're building like a Minions land at Universal Studios or something, and it just never ends with these people. God. And you know it's over too. Like, the whole thing's been beaten to death. But no, as long as we keep spreading those stupid Minion memes on Facebook and all this stuff, they'll never end. Illumination will pretty much be forced to keep pumping them out, and whenever it gets a small breath of fresh air with something, well, once again, completely forgettable, but, at least not Minions. But even then, has to have a Minions short tacked on front of it, because otherwise who would want to see it? So yeah, that's my whole frickin' spiel. This movie, I would say it's worth seeing, only because it's harmless and it's not gonna do anything bad. Except there's like at least a few different, way better kids' films in theaters right now. So there is no point in going to this. You would be wasting your time. Take your kids to see the BFG and stop handing money to these people. I couldn't believe myself. The theater was packed. What is wrong with you people? What about this film suggested that you have to go see it? What? I've been going on for a tangent for too long. But yeah, I'm just sick of this crap. And of course, like, I think it's either next week or the week after that, we're gonna get the 5th freaking Ice Age film, because Blue Skies has also kind of pummeled themselves into a corner and can't stop making Ice Age movies. Even though the kids that grew up with Ice Age are as old as me by now and do not give a crap about the Ice Age movies. So they're literally, their original audience has grown out of Ice Age. But they're still doing them. And now I'm talking about Ice Age. That's for a different review. Let's just end this before it goes on for too long. But yeah, there is no reason to see this film. And until next time, I'm Glenn Dyer, and you have been watching A Dyer Situation.